Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Boomer Football on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Chris Love joining you tonight.
So, it's been one hell of a week. There's whiskey, there's gifts, there's hot topics, all on today's During Business Hours. And happy Labor Day. If you didn't celebrate, what'd you do with your fucking life? On to the show.
I know what I did 4 years ago. You want to know what I did? I'll give you a hint. Tim McGraw? No? Anyone? It was Labor Day week and I was 17. I bought a Coke and some gasoline, and I drove out to the county fair.
23 flavors, 0 sugar. This is a first-time taste test.
Fuck that shit. 0 sugar?
Try it.
0 sugar.
0 sugar. I'm skeptical myself. I like the ones that are like low caffeine. It's not bad.
I would rather stick to
Original.
150 calories, yeah.
This has
0
calories.
Wow.
60 grams of sodium. I feel like that's still bad.
Instead of going to the hospital for sodium if you're low, just drink a 0 sugar Dr. Pepper.
I find myself here in Oklahoma drinking more sugary drinks.
It's
weird,
crazy.
right? It's like, dude, you don't want the drink at Brahms on their meal. You're like, no, I don't want the drink. I just want fries. And we're going to upgrade you for free. Here you go. Here's your extra large. What? Why? I don't want it. Give it to a homeless person. Who? Yeah, we don't have that here. We have a couple of vagabonds. Shout out to Mike and Joe.
You moved to Mississippi, right? You drink sweet tea. You moved to Oklahoma, you drink pop.
I was in South Carolina, and I drank sweet tea every single day because I was allowed that, but I wasn't allowed Gatorade.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was in the military. So they were like, it was a whole weird diet that they enforced on me in basic training, but I could have sweet tea. I don't know why. Maybe it was because they couldn't tell if it was regular tea or sweet tea, but there was a time where a drill sergeant stuck 2 fingers in my cup, mixed it around, and was like, yeah, boy, you're going to get smoked. I was like, oh, shit. What have you been up to? You seems like you've been loaded and goaded over the last week.
It's just been like softball game, football game, having meetings. It's been crazy.
Real work. Welcome to manhood. Turned 21 last week. Got fucking blitzed.
Oh, man, not just once. Like 2 different times. Even where on work, I was getting blitzed at the casino after football games and shit.
That's not fun. That's not good at all.
I mean, I wasn't driving. I never drive.
It's not about driving. It's about responsibility.
Oh, we got the job done, and then after we rewarded ourselves.
So this man was saying that he's never had like a decent whiskey, and I was like, we tried Scissor Tails. I am in love with the Fuck whiskey. It's a Japanese whiskey. Coca Japan. I've already killed a quarter of this bottle. Aged 3 years, 40% alcohol by volume. It's by the Benotom Distillery. And it's one giant barcode.
And it's fuck?
Yeah, Fuck whiskey.
Fuck. I like fuck.
Yep, fuck you to tears. It's his favorite saying. So
I don't know why. It just started saying it, and I don't know.
Where does that come from?
So this guy was golfing, right? And other guy was doing some practice swings, and he had a drink in his hand. He was walking, and this guy did like this weird like swing, practice, and he hits the guy in the ankle, and the guy goes, "Oh, fuck me to tears." And ever since, I've just started saying it. Like, the video is all over the internet. You just put it, "fuck me to tears," and it'll pop up that video. It's a little over the top sometimes when I say it. I have some, like, glasses at home, kind of like this, in a way. Mm-hmm. And I was watching Yellowstone today. Fucking Beth Dutton decides to fucking pour an entire glass. I was like, Beth, that's what I want to fucking do, but I don't have the money to buy that shit right now.
That's an expensive glass of whiskey.
Holy shit.
It's not fun whatsoever. This one doesn't have the burn, the other one does.
Not at all.
Mm-mm. Still got the bite at the edge of the throat, but it's good. I like it. So it's been one hell of a work week. We're not doing this during business hours. This is the episode after business hours, not on technically a business day. For some of you assholes are still working, but I went to the lake. I got some sun. That lake is disgusting.
Yes, it is.
It looked like foamy shit in the water.
It's bad.
So when my son was going in, I was like, ooh, E. coli, let's go to Boiling Springs. So we went to Boiling Springs. If you don't know what Boiling Springs is, it is the fucking coolest place on earth.
First time?
First time.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
I remember my first time. That's fucking awesome.
There's trees.
It's like a fucking forest.
It's a forest. It's a campground with a gift shop on it in the middle of a city.
Okay, the only bad thing is that they started making you pay for parking recently.
Nope. No parking. Everything. Nope. All free. Maybe it was just you because you took up 2 spaces. But in here with a small car, it was fine. We went in. We're like, you know what? Okay, let's see if they're open. It says closed online. Somebody else was like, yeah, they're open. We're going to follow us. Followed them down. By golly, it seemed like we were going to get, the hills have eyes in the back hill, secret location.
And it's not very far. Like
it was 17 miles. Not bad. But it was right in the middle of our town, which is crazy. Just as far as Crystal Lake is to my house, that is.
So my parents kind of live out there. That's why I love it.
It's the best fucking place.
I know.
So now we're talking about, well, holy shit.
Fucking buy a house, right?
Hold on. Let me take 10 steps back. We get there, and I'm like, fresh fucking air.
It's so fresh.
So fresh and clean. If here, we're all flat ground. The problem with Oklahoma is it's plains, right? And so it's dry, dusty, musty air. I can smell what Billy Bob had last night for dinner. He took a shit 3 weeks ago. It's coming down.
Just made its way down the pipes.
The pipes, everything transfers. And all of a sudden you're like, Billy Bob again. It's fine, but we get used to it. And now my nasal passages, it's a whole different thing when I go to Sacramento. I got allergies, like a twitch. I feel like I'm just fucking about to have a stroke. It's just everything is on the verge of sneezing. And you're like, oh shit, there's pollen here, but there's not pollen here. So we get out to Boiling Springs and I step out of the car. Immediately it hits me. I'm like, where the fuck am I? The air is completely different. It's 17 miles from where we're at now. And the air shift and the quality is different. So my kids all of a sudden jump out of the car and they're like, oh, it smells nice. My 3-year-old says, oh, it smells nice. I forget the phone in the car. I'm just happy, energetic.
Blast.
I'm like, okay, let's jump. There's oxygen here. There's trees everywhere. And nobody's looking at you. No peeping Tom shit like you see into somebody's trailer 6 feet away. No, it's okay. Let's go down this little trail. There's a fucking public pool. It is 10 times as nice.
Oh, were they open?
They're open today.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Till 5. 10 times as nice as Crystal Beach. Sorry, Crystal Beach. You guys charge $1. They charge like $5. But boy, was it great.
The funny thing is, it's ran by a teacher at one of the public schools.
So apparently, they don't even have like credit card machines. It's cash only. We didn't bring any cash. So then they were like, you know what? Let me send you an invoice. You're a business owner. You have the K101. They knew me. The fuck?
Oh, they know everybody.
They know, yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, nice to see you. Great. What's your name again? Oh, something Ann, blah, blah, blah. Sent me the invoice. Then they canceled. Give it free entry. Then we didn't have money for food. Free food.
They're nice people.
They're fucking nice people. Thank you.
I do basketball and football games with him, so.
That's awesome.
That's who.
Their parking lot is right next to a
playground, yeah.
My kids.
They loved it, didn't they?
They loved it.
They
were soaking wet, went down. I got a wedgie down their fun slide, but here's the difference. My son, who's 3, can't slide at Crystal Beach. He can't go down the water slide. Here at Boiling Springs, they let him go down the slide.
Oh, yeah.
So I was with him, but I got a wedgie because I wore regular shorts because I was going to the lake.
So they used to not let people, but since they put that lifeguard little thing there, they watch them just for that reason, so.
My daughter went down like 25 times.
Oh, yeah.
Just the whole time was doing that.
Did they try to the rock climb wall?
No, because I was on the deep end.
Shit's hard.
yeah. I was like, hold on, do you rock climb in your spare time?
Well, I got about halfway up 2 years ago before I put on a shit ton of weight. And then, I tried it again. I got, up 2 little rocks. I was like, oh, fall. Big old splash.
I had not had that much fun just kind of chilling out. I don't usually take days off. So we took off the weekend, right? Saturday night to Sunday. Sunday, I did a bunch of reorganizing at the house, trying to accustom myself to that house to where I don't feel like it's a temporary solution. Because every time I go in, the kids and my wife, they greet me. They give me the love I seek when I go into that household, right? And the weird thing is, I still feel like a stranger in the house. So I realized this Friday night when I was taking my dose, and I'm like, all right, I really just don't appreciate this house. I don't. I need to appreciate this house. Let me put up some pictures. So I put up some pictures. Then I'm going into this spiral about redoing this, redoing that. So my entire home office you've seen has been like boxes around me in my fucking little home office. Now there's a couch. There's a TV on the wall. There's pictures. My hats are hung. My guitar's hung. My VR's on the wall.
Hey.
All the shit. It looks like a regular house. And then I stayed up till like 3 a.m. building Legos for my son.
Hell yeah.
Which was one of those like most gratifying but like fuck you moments in a child's life.
He was up
like,
that long?
No, he went to bed.
Oh.
And I built it.
Oh.
He's 3. He doesn't build. He watches daddy do things.
So you were like, man.
Unless it's got a nail and a hammer, he'll hit it.
So you're feeling accomplished.
So I built a whole $100 set of police. It was the most racist bullshit. They're all white. They all get billy clubs and radios.
And the suspect was
Yes. So I built this fucking thing. Dude, there's a whole dump truck. There's a jail.
a fucking helicopter.
There's a 3-part with a helipad. There's a dog training center. There's a
Holy
dog.
shit.
There's even fucking dog shit on the ground.
No way.
Yes. There's literally dog shit on the ground that they send with it. I'm 3 a.m. Look at me.
You look like you're about to fucking pass out.
Dude, yeah. So there's dog shit next to the dog. There's a squirrel. There's trees. There's lights. Wait for this. So this guy's supposed to run
That's fucking cool.
into this. There's a fucking part that breaks off so they can escape from the jail. There's a fully functioning jail with a toilet,
Dog
a shitter.
shit. Holy fuck.
I know, right? Then there's walkie-talkies and donuts and coffee.
Inside.
It's nuts.
It almost makes you want to be like, all right, dude, I want to transform down to Ant-Man so I can enjoy this shit.
Yeah, exactly. There was that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Where they
Oh
were
my,
living in
I
the
love
Lego
that
house.
movie.
Dude, if you've not seen that movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is a timeless movie. You need to go see it. It's one of the best corny family movies. If you own a sense of wonder as a child, not if you own it, but if you have a sense of wonder as a child, it came from some version or ripoff of this movie. Even the Ant Bully was ripped off from this movie. You ever seen the Ant Bully where the kid gets shrunk down, helps the ants? It's kind of like Bugs Life
yes.
meets
Yes.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes.
It's nuts. That was inspired by Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
He like watered the...
Yeah,
and then they got payback on him. Yeah,
exactly. I would have too.
that was a good movie. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
It went from Legos on that night. I woke up at like 10:30 the next morning. My kids let me sleep. Great. My son was still in the room with me. I don't know how he sneaks in at like 3 to 5 a.m. He comes in a bunch of times and sneaks in when nobody's talking to him. And in your life, and I want my son to hear this when he's older, 15, 16, hey, cocksucker, payback and karma are coming your way. There is that moment where someone or something is going to jump into your bed and cause physical harm to you while you are passed out. Probably not sexual, I'm just saying. But a buddy is going to pass out drunk in your bed and then accidentally break your nose or do something stupid. It's going to happen. And Junior, I love you. You can call me once I wake up the next day and I'll come and help you. But you deserved it. Because he flails his fucking hands and arms and he's just a demolisher. If it's not me, it's my wife. So I take the hit, but I still bitch about it.
My brother hates me because I won't watch his kids ever. He asked me to watch.
It's only sleeping time that kills me. Because like we went to Canton Friday night and they were fine for the babysitter. Oh yeah, we killed it at Canton.
Fuck yeah! I was waiting for something.
I was down like $1,000, and then we were like, no, we're not going to pull any more money out. And then I pulled more money out. I was in $1,500, and so we were like, you know what? My wife was up to $1,500, and she didn't tell me. And this is where I love my wife. She was like, no, I knew you were down. I just didn't want to say anything. She had a ticket for $1,500 because she had gotten up from 100. I gave her on a Zoltan machine. Went to a couple machines.
She just had this ticket waiting.
Yeah. So we're in 15. I lost all my money
After you withdrew more.
Yeah. So I was in for $1,500. I had given her a couple hundred. She was up to $1,500. I'm done. I'm out. So I'm like, all right, let's just play a couple hundred. We got like 30 more minutes before the babysitter bitches. You know, it's already past the time, but we're paying for her time. Thanks, Erica. So we get there, and I'm like, you know what, let's try all the progressives on the back wall. These new ones where it's like volcano, it drops, it does more multipliers, and it keeps dropping.
Oh, I love that fucking game.
I played it once a couple of weeks ago, and I loved it. And then all of a sudden, and this is bad advice, don't gamble. But I was like, we could try it again, but like on 10-cent bets and like $20 a hit. We got $1,500 and we already lost it once. What's the worst that could happen? I accepted the money was gone. So she's like betting 5. She hits a bonus. I'm like, okay, double tap, boom, $800. We're at $2,300. I'm like, oh shit, whoops. She's like, let's go. And I'm like, so we get down to back to $1,500 again, doing $10 bets. And I'm like, it's hitting. It's going to hit. This pearl is huge. It's going to explode. Boom. Fucking explodes. Minor. 12, what was it? $11.99 right before the hand pay. We got more money, $2,700. Yeah. We can keep going. We got like 20 more minutes. Keep going. Let's just say we're up like $4,000.
I'd have been like, hey.
No hand pays.
Watch the kids another hour.
Yeah, so I texted her. I was like, yeah. Shit's happening, there's an emergency, we're just getting called out for this, we'll be back right after it'll be fine. So we just keep going, we keep hitting it. So I'm like, let me put in some more money on the other one next to it. This guy just got off of it, put $500 in, he lost it all.
Oh, that's when you know it's gonna fucking hit.
This fucking mountain's gonna explode. One spin, $20, $6.75. Fucking this Roman emperor, Julius Caesar, over and over until the end line.
And this motherfucker was probably like
624 ways at fucking a $5 bet. It was just another $750. I'm like, yeah, we're leaving.
Now it's fucking time to go.
It's like, time to go. It was perfect, man. We got back. Babysitter got cash. Let's go home. Next day, I was like, you kids want any toys from the, Walmart? What you need? Daddy's got you.
I would have been like, car insurance. Like,
no, I got car insurance. You don't have car insurance? This is a whole other, we're going to get there. But so I bought every Lego the kids wanted. That's when I ended up, having to do that Saturday night. We bought a Lego set for me and the wife. We were just like, I whipped out a bunch of shit, bought a bunch of stuff. It was a great fucking weekend. And I'm feeling relaxed. I'm sunburnt a little. Thank you, Coppertone, you fucking fake-ass sunscreen. But it worked. I feel refreshed. I'm going to come in head full of go get it tomorrow, and we're going to have it done. It's recoup, reuse, recycle. Make sure you reboost your energy. You got bad breath?
No, so like when I drink, I always like to smell my own breath because I think it's fascinating that my breath smells like alcohol.
That's what a DWI gets you.
It almost smells like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. So you don't have car insurance?
Oh, I will soon. Very, very, very soon.
You have, what's the model car you have?
2007 Pontiac Grand Prix, 3.8 liter.
So this car is what he's currently driving. You're driving that car. I'm going to call it a shit box.
Thank you.
It's a shit box.
The outside
It is your shit box.
Yes.
But you know what happens when you get into an accident without insurance?
You get paid.
No.
Oh. You get fucked.
You have to pay for their shit box and medical.
I got good health insurance.
No, it doesn't come off your health insurance.
Fuck. I got liability.
So if you bumper tap me and I say my neck hurts, that's like $50,000. And then I'll take you to court, and then you'll be paying $600 a month out of whatever you make cash.
I'm about to have insurance.
You better fucking have insurance tomorrow. I'm telling you, that's the dumbest shit.
Close to it.
Go call fucking State Farm and get it tomorrow.
How'd you know I have State Farm?
It's the only one in town.
Actually, we have Allstate on Main Street.
I've never heard of him. Oh, that's the black guy with the credit card thing where he's always
Allstate, like... are you in good hands?
Yeah, I remember. No, because that's Samuel L. Jackson. Does a credit card. But he does the one that's always at like next to the fucking Empire State Building. Oh, have you ever seen an accident like this? This is what could happen if you were, in an accident.
Oh, we are farmers. Bump, bum, 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 bum.
No, that's the different one.
That's the white guy.
Yeah. It's been a crazy week. On the work end, it was slow the first beginning of the week because it was the end of the month.
Oh,
so we had like a day where we made $120, and then another day we were made like $400. And I was like, all right, cool. We didn't send anybody home early or anything, but still, we ended it with a bang, like 12 to 2,500. It made up for everything because we were on track to beat our best month, and we needed like $4,000 more, and we barely hit it by $25. So we've had our all-time highest rated month now.
Let's fucking go.
Wind it up. So we decided we were going to celebrate. And what we did, we went to Canton. Almost blew it all. Thanks, Lucky Star.
I thought you were going to say like almost blew it all in your whole fucking month earning. I was like, holy fuck. Like, Damn.
That's not a stretch. That's happened before. So I dated a girl that I can't say her name by contractual obligations. Otherwise, I have to pay her and her father $10,000. And so this girl, her name's she was a ripe bitch. Like, horrible. Had me twisted around her finger, manipulative, mentally exhausting. She was that girl who would have like 2 Big Macs at dinner just because she said it made her happy. And she blew up from like a super fit, squatted 450 pounds every day.
God damn.
Like she had cakes when I got to her, and then there were bags of like rotten loaves by the time we broke up.
Yuck.
Like fucking cellulite bullshit. So I was unhappy and I wanted out of the relationship. She wanted a baby. Oh, I'll make everything fine. Then she conned me into this idea that, oh no, everything's gonna get better. We'll start doing this, that. I'll get back to where I was, and she made me think it. And when she left and she stole money from me, she stole stuff. When she broke up with me, I was so twisted up, even though I wanted the breakup, that I went to the casino and I spent $35,000.
That's hot.
But so she had someone break into the house that night. So I had just gotten insurance on the house. And I was thinking of ways like, oh, I spent all my money. I'm drunk. Had fucking Uber take me home. Wasn't driving my car. But I didn't realize I had fucking rental insurance. Coverage was like 40, 50 grand.
Oh, bro, all this fucking money got stolen at my fucking house.
Dude, it was the dumbest. It made me look guilty. Cops came in. They asked. But somebody had popped the fucking hinges. We got prints off of it, everything. The back door off. They stole like laptops, a personal safe that was empty.
And $35,000.
No, so I got to claim all the shit she stole that she didn't return on that same insurance policy. And then they went to look for it, and then they found out, boom, it was with her. So since she had taken it, the insurance still paid me out because it was covered. So I got like 40 grand in fucking insurance money.
And your shit back?
No, I got my shit back after I sued her. That was a whole separate thing. But this was the night she left.
Sucks to be fucking her.
Yeah, but it was one of those times where I was like, ah. And then I came out smelling like roses, as my mother likes to say it. Because apparently I go into shit and I come out smelling like roses. Something bad always happens. It's just it's human nature for bad things to happen to you. And I say this to everyone with utter disrespect. Utter disrespect. If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen. Go do something else. Do something. Say something else. Get the fuck out of the room. Find a room with people who are all bitching the same as you.
No,
I've been through quite a lot in my life, and every time I'm like, there will be an upside. There's downswings, and then there's a big upside. Shit, like Eric and people and all the shit that happened in March and April. Boom, business took off here. I've made more money in the last 4 months in this town than I would have remotely running that store. There we go. It's a big upside, and I'm happier for it.
Fuck yeah.
So we ended up getting, 2 employees. We have Seth, and then we have Jarek.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. So I pulled the money test with Jarek when he was here, and I left him with $1,000 cash on the table. We didn't have any money go missing. At the end of last week, I had an issue where money just right off the table. I'm like, okay, I carry around like a wallet, maybe up to $1,000 at any time. I was like, well, shit, my money was on my wallet clip. So I look at the cameras, look at everybody. Jarek was in my office. I'm like, all right, maybe find my money on the back counter. After an hour and going like, okay, let me look at everything. Boom. The next day, because he had got paid that day. No, it was Seth got paid because he was on the rolling week or whatever, so it rolls over to the next week. Jarek is a no-call, no-show for 2.5 hours of his shift. Sends me a message like, hey, I'm coming in today. I'm going to be late, but I'm definitely coming in. We had already tracked because Seth has his location shared.
Snapchat?
I guess.
Fuck.
And so he was like, well, he's at his girlfriend's house. He's not at home dealing with whatever family problems he was saying. So he called him out. And Seth is a very loving guy, but I think he's on his like breaking point with Jarek because Jarek's a decent guy on his own accord. He's just going through a lot, trying to get his shit together. Like, I guess he had lost his AirPods that he had borrowed from Seth. $150 AirPods, not a cheap item, not an expensive item, But still, one of those things where, like, you don't lose somebody else's stuff. You immediately replace it, not with a promise of, like, next check. It's like, no, go borrow money and go get the person's shit, make it whole now. That's what I would do. And I was like, man, you can't just replace the one EarPod. You're going to have to buy him a set. Because, one, you replace just the right one, then he's got a new speaker on the right, and it's just going to fuck the balance up, and now it's lesser than what he had. And you can't be just willy-nilly with other people's shit as well. It just gives me the wrong impression of you as a person. I'm starting to like him, but then it was just, boom, that. Then it was at the end of last week, it was like he was just kind of sitting around, didn't want to do anything, and anything I did tell him to do was like half-assed, you know what I mean? He's going through some stuff on his own. I'm going to give him a chance, see how he ends up. I guess he wants to sell and flip on the resale side on his own, because I've got him posting to our eBay store and selling things, and it's moving heavily, which is nice for me. He's not hit his commission date yet. He has to be here a month to get commissions. So I'll give him 5% of gross sales of things he posts or handles after hours. It was interesting because during all of this lead up and then the money winning and then the relaxing, like I was saying, I was redoing all my unpacking. And I found myself a holy grail of shit I had bought myself and did not know that I still had.
Like from California?
Yeah. When I lived in California, I only wore Yeezys, Supreme, Off-White. I was a bit of a hype beast. You'd find me in decent-looking clothes, clean shaven every week, had a fucking barber on call. I was making a lot of money. So
you were fucking him. You were him.
Yeah, I tried to be in the fresh and like fit aspect of like everything had to be on point and look nice and feel nice. Made me feel good. That was my happiness. And so I put all that shit away when I moved, and then I bought some boots first week I was here, and I've worn those boots ever since. Because I walk across these fields, I do all my yard work, I do all my woodworking, and I haven't worried about fucking up a pair of shoes since.
Oh, you don't give a shit. Like, it's just different. You just
but
don't
I
give a
found all
shit.
my Yeezys.
Oh! Those are clean.
Yeah, they're kind of dirty now, but found all my Yeezys.
Oh!
And so, apparently, you've got fake Yeezys on.
I do?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're real. They were StockX verified.
Oh, you see, I never trust that. But so the weird thing is these tags, I've never seen these. This just doesn't look real to me, the way that is. But, you know, to each his own.
I wouldn't smell them.
I wouldn't either. But it looks like you've had those for the last 4 months that I've known you.
Oh, yeah. I bought 2 pairs.
Yeah.
I only wear the other pair for
So how much was it on StockX?
$220.
So you bought for $480, $440 plus fees?
Yeah, probably both of them were like $450-ish, somewhere around there with taxes and all that.
So you're going to have to wear them till they run off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got a gift for you.
Uh-oh.
I haven't worn these since I bought them. But some Nike Supreme. Size 11 Air Force One SP Lows.
SP Lows. Never owned Air Force before.
Never?
Never. Just Yeezys.
So these are a little dusty. I tried them on in the store and ran around for a day in them. They were tight on me. God, they're dusty. But
Dusty, musty, and crusty?
I've got 3 pairs of those, and I didn't realize.
Why do you have 3?
Because I got the brown, the white, and the black. And I was like, well, I have to have all the colorways.
Yeah, I mean, one for when you be a white boy, one for when you be a black boy, one for when you want to be Hispanic.
Oh la la, homie. But no, it was one of those things where I was like, I got to have them all. I just got to dust them off. And then I never wore them. And then I was like, well, I'm an 11 and a half. I bought 11s for some reason. So they're tight on me because they run a little snug. And I was going to stretch them, and then I never did. And then you said you were a 10 and a half and they run snug. They're going to be perfect for you. Yeah, those are the ones you can wear with a pair of jeans out on date night. They look nice.
Well, thanks.
Well, yeah, anytime, man. I was like, once I messaged that I found my holy grail, I found 6 pairs of sneakers.
6?
6. 2 700s, 1 350, and then 3 pairs of Supreme Dunk Lows. Yeah, I used to love those in jeans because they just, some slim jeans, those, they look amazing. I found 1 pair that was used, like I had worn to death. They were brown versions of that I had spilled epoxy on one of the toes on the second day I owned them. And it was funny. My wife bought me those on my birthday, 2020, I think it was, when I started my Hype Beast Challenge. I found a place called Hype Bank in Sacramento that was, shout out Hype Bank. They gave me the best prices. They cut right off the top. They were like, yeah, these are going to be great for you. Boom, boom, boom. It was hilarious. But that office is now going to be a place where me, my wife can hang out, get our work done, have our after hours drink or
smoke the Zaza.
Yeah, the Zaza. Well, we did get her some THC2 or whatever to CBD pens.
Oh, dab pen.
Dab pens for CBD.
I was going to give her some pre-rolls, but I felt like you would hate me if I did that.
She's her own woman.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to hit on my wife? That's totally fine.
No. Just a helping hand. Yeah. Okay, not like that.
She's got back problems. She tends to do this hunching thing.
When I first met her, she was like, "Oh, I don't need to get my medical card if we have him." And I was like, "What?" Like,
it's one of those interesting things where she always jokes about smoking weed because
I didn't know if she was serious or not.
She doesn't like weed, so like she wanted to try the CBD. So I got her one today, and she just was choking for a half an hour on the cough. It was hilarious.
I bet she was fucking out of the world, too.
Out of the world. Yeah, CBD, not THC.
CBD.
Yeah.
I've never had a CBD pen
It's
before.
the cannabinoids, but not the THC.
So it gets you more fucked up?
Yeah, apparently. It's weird, but it's legal without a card. It's the weird stuff they sell at smoke shops without cards.
Oh, I can go into those smoke shops now. I'm 21. I should probably not do that though.
You'd spend more money that you don't need to spend.
Yeah.
You need to live on a farm, just raising cattle, sticking to yourself.
Man, should have chose that opportunity when I had it in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could go live back with my parents and do something like that, but no thanks. That's too much work.
Dude, I can't wait to go camping. In the fall, we're going to go camping out in Boiling Springs. Oh, another thing.
You're going to go camping.
I killed a copperhead. Yeah, I was a Boy Scout, but that's a separate story.
Same.
So I killed a copperhead on my back porch Thursday afternoon. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do, so I grabbed a hoe, and I beat that bitch with a hoe.
Hell yeah. Did you chop its head off with
it? It was the dumbest thing. I've never seen an arrowhead head like that.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. It is crazy.
Hoes are some of the dangerous things to kill snakes. Like, these are the best things to do.
Dude, so I just
go
just
straight down.
Chopped its head off. It was coiled up because my cat tried to pick it up. And so it was ready to strike the cat. And then I smacked the cat away, and I was like, it's going to fucking leap at me. Because it was like mid-grown, not huge, but not small.
Not like too small.
Yeah. So it was still like probably this long.
Enough to make you like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, probably this long. What that joke in college where it's like, it was this long. And I'd never killed a snake before. So I'm sitting there freaking out that there's now like 1 million snakes in my walls and like in my attic. And why is there one when there has to be more in the grass?
Oh, yeah.
So then I found a baby snake. Baby copperhead.
Did you grab it?
Oh, I smacked the shit out of that with a whole shovel. A whole shovel.
Oh, not a hoe, but
not a hoe. I went back, dropped
shovel.
off the hoe, found it on the concrete next to the back door, and just went to town. So much so that I found a hole in the wall because part of the body had like flung towards this storage area that we have out back. And so then I was like, landlord, I need all of the fucking spray foam that Walmart's got to offer. I'm sealing up all the cracks because we just had copperheads at the house. He's like, okay, Mr. Love, go ahead. You buy, I supply. I'll repay you back. So I go, I buy all that stuff. I get to town. It's 7 p.m. And then I see old boy, Jeremy, from Signs of Life, or Signs of Life that it was called. I guess he's changed the name now because he's on the run. We'll get to that.
They didn't know he changed the name?
No, they didn't know. So there's a man named Jeremy Medina in Woodward, Oklahoma. He had bought a business with some retirement savings, or so he had told me this from his mouth. He retired from oil field stuff or a job, put the money into buying this sign business from a buddy. Signs of Life, it was called. And he said he got great terms. It was like $200K for $500K worth of stuff. And I was like, well, okay, most of the stuff retail is X, Y, and Z. Bad deal, but your choice. And a bunch of customer names that were redoing stuff. He was making good money at first. When I got to see him, he was in business for like 6 months. 4 months, I think it was, by the time I got to meet him. So he was like, hey, put your CNC next door, and I'll go ahead and do your signs. It took him, 4 months to do my signs, almost 3 months. Quote was like 3 weeks. Still didn't do them right. Used parts to build my signs. Lighting wasn't done. Electrical wasn't done. It's not permitted. It was the worst $4,000 I've ever spent in my life. And I tried because I liked the guy, the way he portrayed himself. He really made it like he was friendly and like family and this and that. It's really... Looking back on it now, is a horrible con man. Horrible. Just desperate to the bone. So I tried to get him on here on the podcast. I was like, let's talk your story. Let's find out why you're doing this, why you're doing that. Oh, try to give him advice on certain things that he could have taken and run with. Just fucking TikTok alone. There's sign guys doing what he's doing. Didn't want to do it. But the fun thing was, after a couple of months of me having my my CNC next door, shit came up missing, shit was broken, arguments happened over petty things. And I'm like, I'm just going to, in the middle of the night, take all my shit, throw it in my garage, and build a workshop there, which is working, thriving, making more money now. It's great. But he took that personally when I said that he was a bit of a scumbag for it on my vlog channel. I was like, they're being wishy-washy and they don't want to pay a $160 bill because he had me rush some 3D printing. You remember the sign for the massage place?
Think so.
Yeah, 3D printed it over like 4 days. I stayed here. I woke up at 3 a.m. to refill filament, doing all this shit because he said it was a rush. That lady was going to be pissed off. We needed to get it done. Like, sure, I'll do it for you. Sure as shit, her sign, 6 months later, still not up. She is out like $4,000. Is what it is. Great. Apparently, all that stuff that he had financed from that guy who owned Signs of Life, the reason he changed the name to Mo Signs of Life is because he never made a payment post 3 months. Just stopped paying. All the equipment, all the hardware, everything in that business apparently was the owner's. And so the landlord was trying over the last month to try and get all that stuff because he had a court order to get the business back. But the landlord wouldn't turn over the keys or any of the stuff in the building, which is super funny because Jeremy came yesterday and just moved everything out. Not yesterday, but the September 1st. It's the 4th right now. So 3 days
Friday.
ago. Yeah, Friday. Moved everything out. Even took the fucking benches off the front of the building, which weren't his. But he left all kinds of garbage and fucking equipment out back for the landlord to grab. So I went and rummaged through it, took a bunch of shit today. Yeah, boom. The landlord said to go ahead and take it.
Bing bong.
Fuck your life. And then what was funny was, after all of that, I found the original owner with a court order saying that he was taking it, and if Jeremy interfered, he would fucking get him arrested.
Oh, that guy was
Husband.
that guy was a kid.
No. The father was loading the trailer.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, that's the one who I told you to go talk to.
Oh, well, I just told it to Heather because I know Heather personally.
Yeah, so Heather and they own the bowling alley.
Yeah.
They own Signs of Life. They sold it to Jeremy. Well, he has a lien and a judgment against him. So they are seeking and now have a judgment for $200,000 against him, even though they're getting all the shit back. Apparently, Jeremy's now on the run with all the equipment, but he had already opened another shop up, which is so funny because how are you on the run with other people's fucking equipment, yet, and this is what I don't understand. If you're watching this, Jeremy, I know you're subscribed. Your daughter is, at least. And Caitlin, sorry this is happening to you.
Whoa. I like everybody. I'm not part of this.
Oh, you like Caitlin?
No, I like everybody. I graduated with her son, so I don't got shit on nobody.
Understand. Well, no, I love their son. He's a good guy. Caitlin's a great girl. I really have no ill will towards him. But I don't understand the mentality of you were just sued and you lost. Give up. Just tell him to just give it up. Start fresh elsewhere. Give the shit back. It's not his. No matter what, like, oh, I worked for this and I put in effort and like I was still trying to make it work. If they sued you, the law is what's final. Law comes in tomorrow and says, I can't operate, do X, Y, and Z. Sorry, I can't. That's it. The only thing, I'm sorry, I have to say, the law is final when they make a judgment like that. You can't fucking fight it. You can make an appeal. You're really not going to make an appeal. Appeals don't really work. When judges get it stuck in their head, they're not going to hear your case again from a different opinion. You lost. Just go about it. So the landlord's suing Jeremy. Jeremy's got a bunch of fucking indebtedness and like things that have gone through that are on his background check right now. The fucking landlord put me on to doing a background check for him like a week ago. And I've never seen so many people suing the same type of thing. Like he's got a lot of things going on in his background right now.
The only thing I have in common with him is the Oklahoma Sooners, and I stand by that.
Well, that's good for you. We noticed that Caitlin's working at Scissor Tails, so she served us.
Never been there.
I guess they're...
I heard it's good, though.
Yeah, it was good food. But they are also now running a donation event for ownership. It looks like an MLM scam. Now, from an outside perspective, someone who's not vested in the community yet, if you're still listening, Caitlin, this is not anything against your business. It's just if you take and throw another name on this post from Facebook, we'll throw it up now. This, to me, looks like an MLM scam where somebody, hey, buy into my business so we can refinance our high-interest debt. No statement of repayment ownership, any information except for be a part of our community. Give us $100 per person.
I can't wait until we fucking get like 50,000 subscribers.
Why?
So we can start doing crazy shit.
We could do crazy shit now.
How many subscribers do we need so I can quit my job?
You want me to hire you full time?
No, I got a lot on my plate right now. But like,
How much you make a month?
like 800, 700, just
I'll pay you
depends.
more just to do the podcast.
Just to do a podcast.
3 days a week.
You're shitting me.
Dude, you're making $800. Does anyone understand how little $800 is?
I do. It fucking sucks.
It's fucking horrible. All I need is you to make TikTok content and be invested for 3 days a week. Pay you $1,000 a month. Put in more time, pay you more.
$1,000 a month?
Mm-hmm.
I get paid more than that.
You just said you made $800.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, so you make $1,600. 8 hours a day you work, right?
Like 5, but just depends on like basketball. I'm not basketball, but football games and stuff we do. That takes up for the other time.
So what are you making an hour then?
Like 14.
So how are you making $14? Do you have any judgments or anything?
What the fuck is that?
Debts that are taken out?
Oh, student loans.
They're taken out automatically?
Yeah.
They're in default right now?
Yes.
So how much are they taking out every check?
Like 100. That's my choice.
That's sketchy, right?
It's interesting.
Does that seem
I'm
right?
not going to because I don't want to lose $100.
Right? So it just seems wrong. Like it doesn't seem like that would pay off as an investment, right? Not like it's illegal.
I mean, you give me free food?
What do you get? There's no announcement of like, here you go. Let me just go ahead and finance $100 into micro investments. And so when you go here to invest in Scissortails Coffee, it's not Scissortails Whiskey, Scissortails Restaurant. It's just their coffee business. That's the weird part.
Huh.
It's just their woman-owned coffee. So it's an 11% interest rate, $350 invested. You have time left is 11 days. They only have one investor.
Who is their investor?
I don't know.
Dakota Wag. No, I'm kidding. So imagine if it was me.
So apparently they are remodeling their drive-through and event space to improve cash flow. Use of funds raised is to allocate funds remodeling the drive-through, refinancing high-interest debt, and improving the event space. By redesigning the drive-through with better signage, paint, communication devices, and alarms, we aim to enhance high efficiency and customer satisfaction. Refinancing high interest debt will free up resources for further expansion, while remodeling the event space and adding more amenities will attract a wider audience, leading to increased bookings and events. I don't think so. I understand the plan. The Davises, they're the owners apparently.
Dakota Davis?
Yeah, Dakota and Kayla.
My name's Dakota.
Yeah, the investment term being 3 years. Here's what they're promising. Your earnings potential for every $1,000, you will earn 11.78%, which is $1,178. If you cannot in 3 years make, what is that, $60 a year, you have a problem. That's $20 a month in possible earnings.
I can probably find $20 on the fucking ground.
If I gave you $1,000 right now and told you have 3 years to pay me back,
I'll probably pay you back in a week.
but that's not the point. For over 3 years, you got to pay me $600.
Over the 3-year course.
Yeah. So that's here's the thing. It's 20% a year. It's high interest, but you could make money like that because people are desperate, and getting them to sign that deal right now, people are broke, but those loan sharks and high interest debts, they know you're going to be broke right now, but if by the chance 1 out of 5 people get on their feet and then start making money or get a job, they can lean that money and make more over 10 years than they would right now. Or God forbid they actually pay it, and then they're even better off.
You give me $1,000 right now, I'm going to the fucking casino and paying you back within 12 hours.
I understand. You promise, but then your promise breaks, and you're like, oh, fuck me. Fuck
me to tears.
My point being, that's just a very sketchy way. The reason they have one investor is because it's not a good business plan. It's not. They're trying to compete with, like, Twisters. Let's get back to Scissortails. So let me get... The whole point of this is not to demean Caitlin and Jeremy and all of what they're doing. That's really Jeremy's shit really needs to be settled. He just needs to man up to it and say, I fucked up. My life's fucked up right now. Let me get back on track.
I'm going to be praying for them.
Yeah. You got to pray for me too. I'm not religious, but I'll pray to
I'll
somebody.
pray for you. What do you need prayed for?
The Modina's health, welfare, and safety.
Okay, I'll pray for them. What do you need prayed for yourself, though?
I'm good. I got everything I could want.
Really? Everything.
More money wouldn't help me.
I mean, I'm close to having everything I want.
We're thinking about buying a house in town.
Not in town. Not in town.
In the Wildwood. And then we went and did the inspection, and we found out that this house is like triple its value on the asking price just because, and then it's fucking falling apart on the under, like, studs, so to speak, termites, bugs, bullshit. And so I've got to email Gary, who's the guy who owns it.
Gary Wise?
I don't think so. They don't live in town anymore. He's a military guy who moved out, bought a house. And so we now have to email him and be like, yeah, we're not interested. And I'm hoping if they came back and said, yeah, we'll do it for $100,000 versus the $300,000 they wanted, I'd buy it tomorrow. Because I could make a killing if I fixed up the problems they don't want to fix up. But I don't have the time to then do that real estate because I'm adding more shit to my belt. I don't want to add more notches that don't need to be on daddy's belt. It's elastic. Let's stretch it out, not till it breaks.
I feel like me and you should like go to the city for like an acting career. We could be a bunch of good actors, me and you.
Could, but there's not enough money, especially with the strikes right now.
I don't give a fuck about money.
You would have to.
I mean, they give me $1,000 a week. I'm acting my ass off. I would get naked for $1,000 a week.
Start an OnlyFans.
Fuck that shit.
Call it your future chubby hubby. Oh, did you feel like chocolate milk tonight? Just drizzle chocolate syrup and then bathe yourself.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, take a shit on the floor or something. Like,
this is children.
I mean, if you're not 18, you should probably get the fuck out. Like, or what was the age limit?
There's so many things you could do on OnlyFans as like a weird creator, and that people aren't doing because there's people are into hentai, for God's sakes.
I'm not drinking my own cum. That's disgusting.
I didn't even say anything like that. How is that in your head? You heard it here. This is what this man is thinking about. Oh my God.
Okay,
so this is the defiance of business owner to civilian.
Middle school, right?
Yeah, this is only past middle school here. I need another drink. This is fucking horrible.
So I was watching like things I shouldn't have when I was like 12.
Oh yeah, like every other boy.
And I saw 11. Like this girl, like in this like wine cup. Fuck. Your drink. I just wanted to let everyone know it's fuck.
Yeah. Were you here the day that he was out front screaming at me, talking about him on social media?
No, your eyes are fucking red, though.
Yeah, of course. I'm about to cry at the hilarity of this story that's about to happen. I don't think I've talked about it on the podcast, but he accosted me for talking about him on a video.
Oh, you did. Yeah. You did. You told me about
that.
How
dare you speak ill about me? I'm like, I didn't say anything that wasn't untrue. I said that you were wishy-washy and some tools went missing. And then he went and found my tools. So that proved my point, that he had my tools.
No comment.
Yeah, let's just leave it there. But we're going to call this Modina, getting the Modina effect. When all shit falls, it just happens. This is Woodward at its best. Acceptance is the difference. I wish him nothing but the best. I want this shit to turn around, him to be as successful as possible, but we'll see. Only time will tell. Fuck, my fall from grace is 2 clicks away on Amazon. That's all it is. Add to cart and purchase, and I'm done. If you knew any of the history there, you would understand how meta that is.
The last thing I purchased.
My brother, Clayton, will understand this. I am 2 clicks away from the fall of grace in my life.
What are you buying? Pocket?
No. Why does everything have to be sex with you? This is why virgin men should not be on the internet.
I'm not on the internet. I'm not virgin.
But my point being, I pull all kinds of stupid shit on Amazon's policies. I make money from Amazon's policies.
Fuck Amazon.
Bezos being the head of Amazon, but still, even if you step back, but you don't really step back from control.
I would suck Elon's one stick for his Tesla.
For a Tesla, that's like $40,000.
So I don't have $40,000.
Finance one.
Too broke for that shit.
What's your credit at?
I don't have credit. You crazy? I have a debit card.
Oh, do you not have Credit Karma?
No, I don't have a credit at all.
Go to Credit Karma on your application right now on your phone and download it.
I've never once got a credit card or nothing.
Doesn't matter.
I really don't want to download Credit Karma.
Why? It'll tell you have an 800 credit score and you can go apply for a fucking house.
That's fucking genius.
Credit, it rules the world now.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go finance myself a hooker.
You know, it's funny. We could finance that through our low cash payment program. Better Pay or...
Come here, Cheryl.
Where's the hookers out here? I just found out that whole Boiling Springs got a whole freaking town, which is hilarious.
Virgin Life is fucking terrible.
I accidentally didn't scan the copper tone that didn't work today. So we were trying to hide the Legos that I bought this morning that was supposed to be for me and my wife in the back of the giant kid car. And then we were like, oh, shit. Here's the problem. The lady's going to check. She was like, sir, I need to see your receipt. I'm like, nope, I'm hiding this from the kids. So I went out and it went beep, 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 beep. I'm like, nope, not showing you a receipt. And then fucking loss prevention comes up and it's like, let me see the receipt. It's like, I'm not trying to show this to the kids. Don't put it in the cart. And he didn't even say anything about the copper tone. It's in the cup holder. Good job, loss prevention. They were more worried about the Legos.
I got a confession to make.
Yeah.
To the Alva Walmart, an hour from here.
I don't think it matters even if it was here.
When I was in college, I had 3 buddies with me, so 4 of us total. That night, we bought 2 black trash cans, filled them bitches to the brim, checked out the 2 trash cans and the case of water we had, and a bunch of beer, because one guy was 21, and left. We probably got out there with about $600 worth of food.
Yeah, but that's like stupid kid shit. That
I didn't even.
If you got caught, you would have said sorry, and you would have.
It was like my second time ever being baked. So
yeah,
all my favorite
drugs
snacks.
aside, it's not about that. It's about when my kids get of age, they're going to do stupid shit. I will forgive them, just like society should forgive the occasional. Like, I tested the rules. You either get caught or you don't. The problem is you didn't get caught.
Oh, the bad thing is I went like a week later and I spent $1,500 fucking dollars.
But if you would have got caught, you would have never done it again. It wouldn't be a weekly thing for you.
Well, they couldn't have took me to jail because it wasn't over like $1,000.
It's not about that. Now you know that. You didn't then.
True.
My point being, if Amazon was better at their policies, I probably wouldn't have a problem.
Sometimes I go to free shit on Facebook Marketplace and go get it.
A week and a half ago, I went and got a bunch of pallets from a guy up by, there's a road up there near fucking 22nd that goes off into some farmland. And so I was going out there to get some pallet wood. It looked like hardwood. Turns out it was all maple pallets. Great. I could use them all. None of them were like the cut with a shit ton of woods and staples in them. And it's probably a short. Check it out on Christopher Love's Life. And so me and my son spent after I broke everything apart, took as many nails out as possible. There was horses and cattle and a bunch of shit around me. He just had me go out to the middle of a field. I thought I was going to get sniper rifled or something. Just dead next to a dumpster.
And then your son's like, Dad.
So I go home with all this wood and all these nails where my son's at. Put them on there. He just starts smacking the nails out like I never told him to do it. So he's literally doing all the work for me. Good half hour later, he's like, all right, all done. 3 years old, smacking nails out of wood for me.
At least you didn't have to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Child labor.
Child labor. I don't even know what the child labor laws are in Oklahoma. I saw the whole Hyundai thing.
Just feeding them. That's all you need to do.
In Oklahoma, the law requires that minors who are under 16 years or old are given a 1-hour break if they work 8 consecutive hours or a 30-minute break if they work 5 consecutive hours. However, workers who are 16 years or older are not required to have any break periods. What?
Oh. Did your son get a break?
No.
Strike one.
You can't work any overtime, so they can only work maximum of 40 hours per week. For workers under 16, you cannot work more than 3 hours on a day on a school day.
How long did your son work?
3 hours or more.
Strike two.
Okay. 16 or older do not require a work permit.
Did you pay him?
No.
Strike three. You're out. It is what it is.
Do you ever think that you're going to get yourself into trouble smoking so much weed?
Sometimes, I gotta take a shit. I'll go buy like a cart, right? I'll rip it open, put it on in my car. I'll drive out the dumpster, obviously, throw my shit away, and then think about it for a minute. I take a hit, think about it again. Man, just imagine this one road and I take a curve and I go straight for 3 or 4 miles until I get home. Could end in DUI. I honestly do think about it. Some days when I get like a bunch of shit, I'll be like, okay, I better wait. But sometimes I'm just like, fuck it.
What is it like having that much fuck it in your system?
I don't have a lot of it, but like just at like once a week I have a fuck it moment.
Once a week.
Once or twice a week I have a fuck it moment where I'm just like, man, I really shouldn't do this, but I fuck it. Like
fuck it.
That's exactly how it is.
Hey everybody, hit that comment and let Dakota know. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Go ahead. If I at 33 years old had fuck it moments
I
like
had
that,
one like 4 days ago. It was pretty bad.
what happened?
Fireball, right? So they
The
have
whiskey? The banana whiskey? No, that's the cinnamon whiskey.
cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah.
Sold up here at Hutch's. You get 10 of them, 10 shot bottles for like $9. That or you get a tall one for like 8 something. There's a difference in the price range because you get more bottles compared to one big bottle. Like, boo fucking who. I get to my brother's house. He's like, I want a drink. Go buy me some Coors Light. So I go buy him Coors Light. It's only $20.
How old's your brother?
25. Okay. No. Shit, way older than that. That's my youngest brother. This one's like 28 or 29. But he's like, I'll give you a 20 when you get here. I'm already drunk as fuck. Just go pick me one up. I'll feed your ass, all that good shit. I was like, okay. Go buy him. He pays me. And I turn back around. I drive to Hutch's. I get some Fireball. I get like the 10 shot bottles. Mm-hmm. I read 4 of them in like 20 minutes. You're drunk as fuck. So I was like, okay. I doused 4 of them down like in a row. It's like, okay, it's not too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. Drink a Dr. Pepper, a little bit of it, not like the whole fucking can. I get 3 more. My brother looks at me dead in the eye. He goes, you dumb as fuck. I was like, what? He was like, you dumb. He's like, you got 3 more to go.
Might as well.
10 minutes passed by. I give it 10 minutes. Like, okay. I have time. Takes like me 3-4 minutes to get all of them down because I was burping a little bit. I drive home like 20 minutes after that. Holy fuck.
Hold on. So after 10 Fireballs at 21 years old in your shitbox Firebird,
and my brother
with no
lives
insurance,
way north of town too.
How long was the drive that you drove home?
23 miles exactly. Part of it was out in the country, and then I had to drive all the way across through town.
And you were sober?
No. Fuck no. Holy shit. I felt like I was spinning.
So why'd you do it?
Because I needed to get home, and I was not letting my brother drive my car.
You can call me.
Okay, I wanted to drive my car home though.
It doesn't matter. Call me.
My brother, like he was like, no. If he's like, you better not fucking leave.
One of the only dumb things I regret was seeing my ex-wife at a liquor store and then buying a bunch of alcohol and getting blackout drunk and letting somebody drive my car home. And still, I got a DUI for driving because I operated the vehicle to turn the car off after the guy got out of the car. So that DUI cost me like $8,000 in cash. My brother posted bond for like $500. I spent the night in jail, lost my license for 8 fucking years. 8 years. I was 20. 28, I got my license back. It's not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. Drinking and driving and wanting my car back and not having to drive and get it the next day, not worth it. It's never going to be worth it.
The bad thing is I was sober like pulling out because like this was like
the
within an hour.
Was it happened in the first place. Don't do it again. It's not worth it.
About
you get
halfway
caught
home.
by fucking any of these POs or these the ops out here, any of these guys will fucking just throw you straight in jail and then say you endangered a pedestrian somewhere.
I don't fucking doubt it.
They'll get you on some bullshit.
It hit me going on the bridge coming into town.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, oh, you struck 5 mailboxes because they're all fucking broken anyway. And they'll be like, oh, your dented car must be affecting, this, that, and the other. And, oh, you probably killed somebody last week, so they'll tie you into it.
I almost fucking did me a good number. I had a cop like behind me for like 2 seconds, and then he switched lanes into the other one and like went really quickly. I think he was trying to do something. I don't know, but it scared the fucking piss out of me. I got behind that motherfucker when he went to the other lane.
Did you not have insurance at that time too?
No, I did. It just got out of date on Friday.
So why didn't you renew it?
Because I was at a football game Friday.
And you just didn't have the money.
Yeah, I have like 15 days, so.
Yeah, see, when I got my DUI and the guy who wrecked my truck, I was within my grace period for payment. and they didn't cover my truck. Yeah, because grace period doesn't mean you're still insured. It means you're legally obligated to the state or still legally obligated for that grace period. They cover you in the event there's an accident for your obligation, but not for coverage. They won't cover an accident.
But they'll cover if you get pulled over.
Yeah, just because, oh, you have insurance, it's out of date, but you're still within your obligation. You get a grace period.
I mean, it's not that expensive, so.
If you fucking wrecked it into somebody's house, like I had to deal with a retaining wall that was like $3,700, and I didn't even have a job.
I'd been like, fuck, I need some fucking sheetrock. Like
a retaining wall?
Yeah.
A concrete retaining
just
wall.
Fucking dry.
You know any stonemasons? That's about the only way that happens.
At that point, you're just putting something up for, like, you know, a little bit of insulation.
Let me put some sheetrock across this granite fucking retaining wall.
Yeah.
You know, in one of
I'll
the
put like 3 or 4 of them up there, you know.
Yeah, just a little spackle. It'll be all right. It'll hold.
Fucking paint it, you know, then fucking.
There's no paint. It was straight granite.
Fuck.
It was $3,700 to repair that granite. They had all the chunks, but the guy had made an illegal U-turn and clipped a retaining wall. And while he was taking me home, because he pulled into the street before my house. So I was like, yeah, make a U-turn. I'm on the next street. And so he ran because he had ecstasy on him. And I was left with a car to tow the car to the next street, but I had turned the car off to call the tow truck. So I had the keys on me. Cops pull up. I'm like, no, I'm not driving. Why would I fucking drive? I am shit-faced. I'm 20. I'm just in the military. Bing, bong, boom. And they're like, oh, yeah, he grabbed the keys, he handed me the keys to try and start the car and pull it off the retaining wall for him. So I was in possession of the keys, and they were like, did you turn it off or turn it on? Did you try and turn over the car? I was like, no, I didn't try and drive, but yeah, I grabbed the keys from the ignition. So they assumed I was the driver. The DA didn't believe my story. I'm like, well, it's not even about that. The guy who, like, I went, and if fucking phones were what they are right now, I'd have this guy, JJ, dead to rights. I would have pocket recorded him admitting to driving my car and being like, well, I got a warrant. I don't want to, you know, testify that I drove your car. I'm like, they can't arrest you after the fact. They just need to know that you'll swear that you were the one driving and made the U-turn, fucking wrecked the car, but he didn't want to do it.
Fuck.
So I ended up getting a DUI with possession because I had Vicodin in my glove compartment. And at the time, I wasn't a drug addict. But funny story, I had broken my hand like 3 months earlier, and I had that Vicodin. So they returned the Vicodin to me like 2 days later after they verified the prescription on the bottle and all that stuff. Then I started popping that for fun because I was all fucked up and pissed off. And I'm like, here we go. So drug addiction started from that shitty DUI. Next thing you know, you're going to be offering to break into somebody's house while they're dead inside from a seizure to steal their fentanyl patches. Don't drink and drive.
Wise words from the man, myth, and legend himself, Christopher Love.
If I end up dead in the next 6 months.
Can I have your car?
No.
Fuck.
I'm thinking of refinancing the car and getting, there's a whole, like, apparently I can add to get more money out of the car because I'm like, well, it's going to break eventually. I can't really resell it. Why not do that and then just carry a balance forward? Might want to do that. I don't know.
If you ever need a driver because you're drunk, I'll happily drive you.
I wouldn't trust that you were sober.
I'm sober right now.
You've already had a drink.
So it doesn't mean I'm
not
drunk.
saying you're above the legal limit. I'm just saying I don't trust that you're ever sober.
I'm very sober. Okay. I can walk a straight line right now.
It's not about walking a straight line.
I can sing my ABCs backwards.
40-cent alcohol by volume is what it is.
ZYXWVUTSRQPONM. I don't know the rest.
Okay. Well, if you want to hear him sing the alphabet backwards, check us out on Spotify, Apple Play, here on YouTube. Give us a share. Give us a comment on his bad habits. Let him know that he needs to change his life. See what, and he's sober.
Nuclear boobies.
If you didn't know, we're during business hours. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Life can be super happy, life can be super sad. I'm trying super hard to separate the good and bad. I go back to my future just to get to my past.